Good afternoon, everyone. Today is September the 27th. It is 10:18 right now in Bora Bora. Markets are going to start driving numbers in just a few moments, but this is about the time that I'm going to be able to do the recap for you and get you up to speed. So you'll be seeing it in the evening. So remember, the first one you're going to see after this first group I'm putting up for you is not until Wednesday after the close, because I'm going to be completely out of pocket Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And so that Wednesday will be my Wednesday morning. It will be your Wednesday afternoon. So that's how we'll do it. And then we'll go from there. I'll put some updates up if I see them. If price action shows something very significant from where it is I anticipate. Otherwise, this is how we're going to go over the next few weeks. All right, so let's start with the ES. Notice what's going on from the monthly perspective. We are inside of the prior week's months open, but still at the bottom of that area. That tells us sellers are in charge for now. Buyers have everything to prove. They've been trying to prove something out, coming in several times during the course of the week, trying to push price action up, Notice, for the ES, we closed under the week's close, right at the prior week's low. So once again, buyers have everything to prove. We're going to be looking at the numbers that they try to press as 33.13. If they get up there, sellers are going to come in the first time, push them back down, and they're going to try it again. Notice they've tried that several times. As you can see that they tried it 3 times before trying to get up off of the bottom. That will continue because we still are in a relatively bullish formation. Secondly, if we look at the daily chart, we can see this push, and this push to me signifies a relief bounce of sorts. So we could have something for the early part of the week that pushes us right up into the 33.36, maybe even 33.47 area. Unless we breach 34.21, we are still in a selling pressure zone. We're coming up against this 50. The 50 is downward, but it's very low. Remember, the buyers are trying to get us up over the 33.15 to 33.40. That 50 is down at 32.85. So you could see them selling off of this zone on Friday, came up into the area, tried to close above it, but closed right on top of it. Sellers are going to come in and say, hey, let's try to sell the 50. We sold it here. They're going to pull back. I don't believe they're going to get us past this number, but if they do, they're going to take over on the strength of motion until the buyers come back and stabilize. But the buyers are trying to stabilize. That is what they're going to try and do. Listen, if we cannot test old resistance as new support and hold it, we're going to step down into the 31.20 area. We've got a lot of volatility that can possibly occur. We've got Iran breaking sanctions. We know that's going to affect oil. You're going to see the oil video shortly. But whatever the case is, presidential debates, news coming across the wire, we're in a space that is a bit weak. Are we trying to recover that 50? Yes, right? We know this is the 50. Oops, that's the 5, excuse me. Let's change this into the 50 and see what we see. That's how I want to do these with relation to the 50. They're going to try and recover it, right? That's what buyers will do. If you have an upward formation, price action collapses, gives you a support edge, the first thing it's going to try and do is recapture that zone. And take a look. It's right around that 33.12 to 33.15. That's what you want to watch. Secondly, if you're still addicted to your technical indicators, you're not watching price, you want to know this, the SMI is showing overall weakness. It's all under the 0 line, above the 0 line, under the 0 line. The MACD, which is more sensitive than the SMI, leads to some incorrect estimations, but you can see that they're trying to lift this. The overall pressure is negative, but they're trying to push it into resistance. That's how you're going to read both of these. Monday, remember this. Your job as a trader is to think about, 1, where is it that I would like to position, and how many folks are likely to position there with me? Keep your eyes on that VWAP. The pullback of old resistance, new support, though they might press it down hard, you're going to see pullback action that tries to build a support area here if we pull back. If we break out, you're going to see resistance areas trying to hold around this zone. So position accordingly. Can you chase up and out over this edge? Potentially, but if you don't see it aggressively moving up over the prior day's close / prior week's close after it moves forward, or you jump ahead and don't wait for it to make the retest of this level on a tight formation, you're going to expand your risk. That's what you really need to watch for this week, expanding the risk.